Thanks for joining us for the interview portion of the Data Speaks competition, created in partnership with RFG 2018 and Sequent. I'm Nicole Doucette, a science communication specialist with Sequent, and I'm sitting here today with Kristl from the University of Saskatchewan. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, Kristl, your original abstract title, I'm going to try my best to pronounce this, was Hydrogeological Source Determination Through Data Manipulation in Saskatchewan, a Regional Analysis of the Bird Bear, Dupereau, Surrey River, and Dawson Bay formations.
Yes, that's correct.
So what is your revised non-specialist abstract title?
I revised it to be using simple science to interpret groundwater chemistry.
Very easy to understand.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yes. So what question are you trying to answer?
With my research, I'm looking at the chemistry in groundwater and trying to use what we find in the chemistry to interpret what kind of rocks the water came through, how the water is moving underground, where it's coming from, and where it's going.
Great. And so what concept does someone need to know to understand your research?
It's pretty basic chemistry. And we're kind of looking at things like what minerals are dissolving in the water, and when we look at the water samples, when we look at the chemistry, it might tell us clues as to what rocks it interacted with, and therefore it can give us indications of where the water's moving, where it came from, and can give us clues as to whether it's moved horizontally or vertically, and that gives us a lot of information relevant to mining and just groundwater engineering.
Great. And so what role does data play in your research?
Data was everything. Most importantly, the fact that a lot of the data is available in the public domain. So I was able to gather a lot of data from publications, and anyone really that has an internet access can gather the data for themselves and do very simple science like what we did and draw their own conclusions. So also everything that we have collected and gathered and kind of cleaned up, we're going to release as well. So we're adding to public domain knowledge as well.
That's really great. And so why is it important for you to share your data and your research?
I just want to make it available to other people to see how easy it is to come to these kind of conclusions, how easy it was to access the data, put it together, and just do some very simple chemical analysis on it, and so that they know that they can do the same thing. There's a lot of false science, and it's easily sent through social media and things like that, and so there's a lot of concern with environmental problems and sustainability, and so I just want to be able to illustrate one way that people can access data and do some of their own science to be more critical thinkers when they're looking at things like that coming out in the news.
That's really great. Well, thanks for joining us today, Kristl.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Once again, this is the Data Speaks competition at RFG 2018, created in partnership with Sequent. You can watch the videos on YouTube or Twitter, #CDataSpeak.